Hello, my name is Debra Box, and I'm the CEO and founder of SeizeTrack. We specialize in wearable device technology collars which monitor a dog or cat for the onset of an epileptic seizure. The primary focus of our device is the thousands of dogs and cats that experience idiopathic epilepsy. These are seizures that have no known cause. Seizures in animals can be life-threatening, I know. I lost my pet to a seizure almost 2 years ago. A significant part of my desire and pursuit to develop this product has been driven from this loss. I will never know if this type of device could have saved my pet's life, but I do know that time untreated is time lost for recovery. If a seizure lasts more than 30 minutes, permanent brain damage may occur. Our product will offer the opportunity to prevent this type of event. To date, no market leader has emerged with the ability to employ wearable technology to detect the onset of seizures in animals. And SeizeTrack will take advantage of this opportunity and secure a leading position in this market. The value of this product will be to decrease the time for an animal having a seizure to receive the needed medical treatment from the veterinarian. The device cannot deter the event, but allows the owner to quickly respond to the animal's needs. SeizeTrack has a provisional patent and trademark for a collar-mounted device that will utilize the concept of wearable device technology, similar to a Fitbit. The device will not require surgery to install or maintain. The device will be priced from $150 to $200 and affordable on a mass scale to allow marketing to veterinarians, pet stores, breeders, and the end consumer population. The device will save the owner 10 to 30% of the time to get treatment, and we surmise this will add 30 to 50% better treatment options for veterinarians and increase the survival rate for the animal. In order to become the niche leader in the wearable technology market for pets, SeizeTrack will keep our product competitive and technologically advanced. The first year will focus on market penetration. SeizeTrack must gain product acceptance from veterinarians, retailers, and most importantly, the pet owner. We have to demonstrate that our product is unique and serves the intended purpose. In the next 2 years, we will focus on two crucial events. Number one, developing a partnership with a major veterinary research center. And number two, selling our product in a pet supply retail chain. Our net sales are expected to increase 50% from year 2 to year 3 as a result of increased exposure to larger markets and more established relationships with the veterinarians. By the end of our 5th year, we will assess future options for growth. Rapidly advancing technology in the wearable device market will provide an opportunity for us to refocus and expand our business offerings. And due to the increased focus in year 2, gross sales are expected to increase from 3.4 million to 5.5 million from year 3 to year 5. This is an increase of 62%. By year 5, our on-hand cash will be approximately 11.3 million. And if you deduct the accounts receivable and inventory, our total assets are expected to be approximately $6.4 million. How are we so sure about SeizeTrack? Well, the global wearable technology was valued at $750 million in 2012, and it's expected to reach a value of $5.8 billion by 2018. This represents a compound annual growth rate of 40.8%. The healthcare and medical segment alone accounted for about 35% of the overall wearable technology market. In 2016, the number of smartphone users will be over 192 million. We feel this increase will boost acceptance of connecting to and exchanging data in this type of fashion. What's the upside for the pet industry? Well, it will be enhanced by the success of wearable products for humans. The animal wearable technology market addresses approximately 22 billion human-controlled animals. And as ID Tech X reported in 2014, the wearable market for pets is expected to reach 2.6 billion by 2025. Our product is unique in 3 ways. 1, We use an accelerometer to detect abnormal motion patterns. Once the device stores a normal baseline, the accelerometer will trigger the device when abnormal activities like a seizure occurs. The printed circuit board will have the capability to monitor brain waves, just like an EEG. Acting in parallel with a unique software algorithm, the device will be able to collect and send seizure data to the pet owner via smartphone. And in parallel, the actual data will be sent to the veterinarian. Our device will allow the data to sync up with the electronic records of the pet. In order to be successful in this market, the product needs to differentiate itself from other products. We are not selling wearable technology. We are selling smart technology. What does this mean? We believe pet owners expect more than monitoring of a pet's activities. They expect predictive care alternatives that enable their pets to live longer and enjoy happier lives. The American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals estimates that there are roughly 80 million dogs and 96 million cats in the United States. In 2013, Americans spent $55 billion on their pets, of which $14 billion was spent on veterinary services. Well, this is not surprising since the majority of pet owners consider their pet to be an extension of their family. As an example, close to 5% of the 176 million dogs and cats have microchip implants. If the wearable device market for humans is any indication, and mind you, the growth in 2014 year over year was 350%, we feel there will be enormous demand for our product. The total revenue for electronic sales for the pet industry is approximately $1 billion. The majority of that revenue comes from bark collars and wireless fences. These are in the identification and tracking sector of the market. But the good news for SeizeTrack is that by 2024, 36% of the electronic sales in the wearable pet market will be for medical diagnosis and medical treatment. 3 of 5 main companies that launched their products in 2013 have already combined annual revenue of $3 million, or 0.3% of the electronic sales markets for pets. And if we refer back to what I said earlier, the wearable technology market for pets is expected to reach $2.6 billion by 2025. If this is realized, then the health and wellness market potential, even at 0.3%, is $7.8 million. Let's discuss the competition for a minute. As I just mentioned, there are currently 5 main companies engaged in health and wellness monitoring of pets. The closest competitor to SeizeTrack is Voice, manufactured by I4C Innovations. Voice is not just a tracking device. It has the ability to monitor heart rate, respiratory rate, and they're working on a next generation product that can monitor blood pressure and temperature. But SeizeTrack sets itself apart from the competition. Our device is predictive and wired to the pet owner and veterinarian. We offer a total solution. We're not just tracking the location of the animal or a few vital signs. We are potentially saving an animal's life. SeizeTrack will build its business with this goal in mind. I want to briefly mention the indirect competitors, as they're very important to our success. Most dogs and cats that have been diagnosed with seizures require drug therapy to reduce the frequency and severity of the seizures. Because some animals respond quite well to this type of treatment, there may be a few pet owners that decide pharmaceuticals are addressing the issue and they do not need our product. Also, research facilities, they're an additional indirect competitor. For example, there has been extensive work on gene therapy. Will DNA markers help dog breeders produce epilepsy-free dogs, or tailor drug treatments to genetic receptors for the most beneficial pharmaceuticals? We need to work with these indirect competitors in order to be successful. Prior to founding SeizeTrack, I was the director of materials for Oracle, a $37 billion software and hardware manufacturer. I've also held key positions in purchasing, supplier program management, and operations in the medical device arena. Mr. Kevin Kautz has agreed to join SeizeTrack with the primary responsibility for all marketing and sales activities. Mr. Kautz currently works as the Director of Sales for a medical device and high reliability firm in Phoenix, Arizona. He has extensive experience in the medical device sales space, which makes him an ideal candidate for SeasTrack. In the next 6 months, SeasTrack will add a third member to the management team, Vice President of Operations. This role will be instrumental in developing supply chain, manufacturing, and operations capabilities at our facility in Oregon. I will hold the position of Chairman of Board and Treasurer. Mr. Thomas Jacob, currently CEO of Dextronics, will lead the position of Vice Chairman, and Dr. Janet Tobias Crosby, DVM, will lead the position of Secretary. The company projects a positive net cash flow as well as a break-even point at the beginning of year 2. Two key projections: sales revenue of $1.8 million by the end of year 2 and roughly $3.3 million by the end of year 3. Our net present value is $5.095 million. SeasTrack will focus on obtaining 10% of the electronic sales market, or approximately 880,000 pet owners in the U.S. who own dogs or cats with seizures or own a breed of animals that are more prone to seizures. Future plans for the company will be to expand into other target markets and create additional value with product feature upgrades. I am very pleased with our current accomplishments. We have a provisional patent and trademark on our product. We've completed the first printed circuit board prototype. We've secured a contract manufacturer for device housing and printed circuit board assembly. And we're in contract discussions with VCA animal hospitals for potential use in their emergency room arena. Our goal over the next 3 years is to capture roughly $1 to $3 million of the current electronic sales markets for pets. Within 5 years, we will expand our business internationally, focusing on the European and Asian markets. We will open a third-party logistics in Berlin to service these international markets. And by 2025, we expect to capture 0.3% of the health and wellness market for pets, with an estimated annual revenue of $7.8 million. How do we move forward? The investment we are seeking from 1 or 2 angel investors or venture capitalists is in the amount of $1.45 million. The monies from this investment will be used to cover SeasTrack's initial startup cost, employee salaries, and operating expenses until we have positive cash flow in the beginning of year 2. In return, these investors will receive a combined 25% equity stake in the company and a position on the board of advisors. The valuation of the company after 5 years will be roughly $6.5 million, comparable to firms that are now valued at about $5.25 million. The return on investment that can be expected at year 5 is $2.06 million, with a 40% accumulated return. In the wearable technology market for animals that is expected to grow from 13 to 36% of market share, or approximately 7.8 million by 2025, we believe this is an attractive investment. Thank you for your time and consideration.